All right, speculators, let's fire up the futures fanatic live stream for our afternoon session. It's Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. So it has just been a series of pops and a little bit of drops, little more action than this morning in the markets. And I finished up on my PropShop accounts and just switched over to futures desk accounts. I'm going to talk a little bit about the futures desk. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. A little bit about the futures desk and what I'll be doing with those folks as well, because we've been pretty PropShop focused for a while. So it might seem gimmicky, but the main thing I like about the futures desk, many things I like, is when you connect your accounts, the net liquidation value is somewhere either zero or less or more than zero. So this account has a $1,300 balance. I don't care what the notional value of it. I need to get to a $3,000 balance, and this one has to get to a $3,000 balance as well. So it's nice to see it done that way. I wish more firms would do that. TopStep did it with their XFAs and their funded accounts, but they still keep their evaluations with those silly notional values. So hashtag no notional value is going to be what we're going to try to spread the word about. In terms of what's been going on today, look at these wicks. We had these wicks, a little bit of tape bombs coming out of the China trade talks. The market just wants to go higher. The Nasdaq probably wants to touch 22,000. Likely will do it today, but maybe we get another retracement from here. I'm not sure. So just before I started broadcasting, we hit some new highs there, just shy of 60.50 on the S&P. On the Nasdaq, just shy of 22,000. For those of you that are members and do have the extreme turn, I did not see any extreme turn sells come in on these candles. So probably, like I said, a grind higher. And then we'll see what the close looks like. But I could certainly see a close that rips some faces off on the short side. So my look is to look to get out of these shorts here and get long on some pullbacks. But probably this might be a short stream if I work my way out of this. Just kind of end it. I'm still a little hoarse. In the description of this video, if you are interested in the futures desk, there's a link to it and the best sale they got going on. I think they're doing about 50% off of their accounts. And what we'll have probably when I get back from vacation is we're going to have an account that was designed in my honor. So one that will have no notional value, have a soft daily loss limit that's enforced, meaning you don't lose the account, but that daily loss limit's probably going to be about $300 or $400. So you're always going to be trading with risk-adjusted returns. There'll be a max of just 3 accounts. Right now they allow 2, but we'll have 3 of those. They're set up as direct-to-funding accounts, meaning not direct-to-funding, sorry. They will be set up as soon as you pass the evaluation. I'm going to just get out of this, guys.
Order filled.
So we're just going to close these 2 shorts here.
Order filled.
When I say
Position closed.
I close that one. This one I will remove
Order
this.
canceled.
And I'm just going to stay short here a 1 lot. See if we can get to somewhere in here.
Order pending.
Order submitted.
Yeah, I want to take one here.
Order filled.
All right. So, what a TDG way day, huh? $7 down $20. It's about all the market gave us today. Can only work with what you got. You can't always get dinner break. They're going to get back at it in London. What is it, London time? 9 o'clock, something like that? 9 o'clock London time. So one thing I don't like about the futures desk is they don't put the numbers of your accounts, so you can't do the wire-to-wire challenge here. These are the first 2 accounts I ever bought from them, but they don't have O1 or O2, so we can't keep track. 503 RKVK.
Order.
There we go.
Order
Now
canceled.
we're going down, down, down. That's a little better. A little better than it was. Oh, I thought I had some shorts in the Dow. I do. All right. See if those are making any money. Nope. That's basically break even.
Order filled. Position closed. Order pending.
All right. Take a
Order
survey. You
pending.
guys want to watch? It's 8:16 p.m. You guys want to watch? Let's watch the S&P. Let's watch the S&P. Suck it, S&P. Maybe we can get all the way down here into this.
Order modified.
Think we can get all the way down to POC there? Get down to POC, baby. POC till we drop. POC till we
Order
drop. I don't know what's going on over here. Trading like a drunk monkey over here on some other accounts on the Nazi. That has a 2 lot on there. Okay, let's get rid of that. 3 lot, I mean. There we go.
Order filled.
All right. It is now time to load them up, Buttercup. All right. We got out over here. I meant to keep one on.
Order pending.
So we're going to do it like that.
Order pending.
So Kerpos is short Dow, short S&P. Much prefer to get long on pullbacks, but we'll see if we get a decent pullback here. There you go. 12 accounts. It's $60 per account. I'm not very good at math, but I think that is, that's $720. Micros make money, everybody. If you're just joining or you got to this point, or you're watching the replay, I am trading on a new platform called Tickblaze. There are plenty of ways that you can get access to this whole desktop if you want. Tickblaze is free. The best way is to form a relationship with PropShop, although you don't have to. You can connect any Rhythmic broker or prop firm, if you will, to. So this is the connections that I have currently. I have Apex, Bullinox, PropShop, and I just did the futures desk, TFD. Okay, TFD there as well. The strategies you're looking at, this one right here is called Stay in Your Lane. It's based on volatility bands. And you want to trade it relative to the overall volatility, which means the amount of range that's happened since the prior sessions open, all the way up to the point in which you're putting your hot little hand on the buttons. Then over here we have our range trader, and a range trader is symbiotic. It's a simple volume profile. This is not order flow. People confuse this with order flow. This is just a simple volume histogram. We have one moving average on here. This is called our bid zone down here. This was an offer zone that we moved through. Also have some floor trader pivots on here, which is just put to R1, R2, and then just standard developing value area high, point of control, or VPOC. And here we care about, are we inside or outside of the prior session's range? The answer is today on the S&P, we are outside of the prior session's range. So it does not set up as well for two-way mean reversion trading. It doesn't mean you can't trade it. It's just all of this price action is outside of the prior session's range, making new highs. You just have to be aware of the market regime and what you're doing.
Order modified.
Yeah, the PropShop is not yet available in Europe. We will be sure to update everybody when that changes. As a public service announcement, and I mentioned this before, this applies to PropShop and all firms. Yes, they're offering 20 accounts. I have an affiliate relationship and I'm an owner in the parent company. I would really prefer people don't buy 20 accounts. I think 10 is even a lot. Start with 3 or 5. Take your time. Take it slow. They have a compliance engine that needs some work, but so far it's identifying all kinds of behaviors and just warning people, hey, if you keep this up and trade the way you've traded at Apex and the way you've traded at Lilu and the way you've traded at Elite Trader Funding and the way you might have traded at some other places, and you do this, we might make it difficult for you to get paid. So if they're telling you that right up front, then just don't buy anymore and move on. Try to stick with the firms that are going to allow you to use that nonsense, and then you can complain when they don't pay you either. But if you take your time and you trade micros, lo and behold, you might find that kind of move your way through the programs without a whole lot of stress. Look, you got to put on risk and you got to put on size at some point. But size doesn't mean a mini. It just means move from 2 to 3 micros to maybe 4 eventually. Move from trading only one market to trading 2 markets. And if you can manage to do all this without trading the NASDAQ initially, you're just going to find that your life's a lot easier. Doesn't mean that you can't get there. But the problem with the NASDAQ is that it has a volatility profile that's twice that of the Dow Jones on a dollar basis. So you can really only trade 1, maybe 2 contracts. It gives you don't have the same kind of flexibility that you can have in trading the Dow.
Order pending.
This morning was one of the slowest markets I can remember in a while. What summers truly used to look like back in the day. But certainly since then, it's warmed up a little bit here, and we've had all these pops and drops. But man, these wicks here, these wicks right here and here, huh, today? Right here and here. These were quite squirrely, but they couldn't really get us to anything on the downside, and there's no sellers in this market. They're scooping up everything they can. Scoop it up. I've been told also that the futures desk is going to simplify their programs and their website, and I will also have a much more simple account that you can choose from. They have a fantastic dashboard, friendly with the guys over there. I do wish they would change their site so it could be either dark or light, and the dashboard could be dark or light, but right now it's all dark. Very crypto porno. So here's what it looks like. Have not traded this in quite a while, but now that we got it working with Tickblaze, going to be trading it every day for a little bit, probably a little bit in my room as well. Man, look at that one. I'm up. This one, the profit objective, I guess, is 1750.
Order filled.
All right, well, it's pretty slow. I don't know how long we need to do this. We'll see what happens at the open half hour. Right before I started the stream, we were really ripping, so I thought we could get some rip and then a dip, coming back in a little bit, but not as extreme. It was the back from dinner pop. Yeah, let me show you. There's a comment that, one or two contracts at bid zones and offer zones. Let me show you the Dow here today, okay? So on the Dow today, this was the bid zone, and we drew it in here. And this was the offer zone. This was here from the moment we started the day, not like after the fact. So let me walk you through this really quickly. The levels that we care about here are prior session high, prior session low. Developing POC, which is probably not going to change. You can see this is not going to change. The POC for today is going to be 42,800. Prior POC, and this is a 233 MA. We call it the T line. You kind of want to initiate shorts or take profits on longs around here. You want to initiate longs or take profits on shorts down here. This is always a level, so you could have an order resting here.
Order pending.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to look for an extended target, if I had entered the order over here and I was only using the range trader, I could, let me just cancel
Order
this.
canceled.
Here's where your orders would be here.
Order
here,
modified.
here. This happens to be a cover, but you could use this as your long. You would get long here too. Seller initiate shorts here, buyer be involved here. And then the only thing that matters is you establish, protect, and respect a daily risk budget. If your daily risk budget is $300, $350, you can trade three or four MYM if you're in at the right areas. Let's say I short here and it just starts moving higher, and I'm down $150 on the position. Just hit the close button. I buy down here and the market just starts tanking. Just hit the close button. All right, so I just have, are these in the same account? Yeah, VK. The VK account, baby. Up $33. All right, we just hit target there. And I'm just going to drag this into price and take that off.
Order modified.
And we're done.
Order filled. Position closed.
And now we'll see if we can get VWAP here on
Order
our
modified.
S&P short. All right, let me walk you through this unprofitable trade, which could end up to be break even, right? So let's look at the orders here. Big white arrow. Sell one here, right? This happened to be in the offer zone. Okay, we can look at the other chart. It might have been value area high or something, whatever, but it's in the offer zone. You can go short anywhere in the offer zone that you want. We've had enough range today where you don't have to wait for the plus twos. Then I sold another one right here. Then I sold another one up here. So I had a 3 lot on when we got outside the bands. This was new highs for the session, and I probably new recent highs. We have to be just very close to back to all-time highs. Now here's a graceful exit. See? That's a 60-44. This is a cover at 60-44 or 45. Take the loss. You get your first move in your favor. Then I covered another one here. Now I just have this on. You know, from this last one, it looks nice, right? So here's how you manage a loser. And if this had kept going up, you just have to hit the close button. But if you start to get short in here, the probabilities of a reversal are pretty good.
Order filled.
They're pretty good, he says. You got a chance. Knows the aerodynamics of the cliff.
Order submitted.
All right. So I'm going to just get flat by putting a buy stop here. And
Order
then
pending.
now I can put a sell limit here and sell
Order
at basically
pending.
highs of the day.
Position synchronized. Position closed. Order filled.
Now that's
Position
annoying.
open.
This is it. Watch. See, this is annoying. That should not have happened. I need to take a screenshot of this. There's a sync error that's happening there between Tickblaze and Rhythmic. When you see that, that should have just been a cover, not a long. Just come in here and exit this position.
Order filled. Position closed.
Oh,
Position synchronized.
now we're in a death.
Position open.
We're in a death loop. Glad I'm capturing this. What time is this in the stream? What time is this in the stream?
Order filled. Position closed.
All right. We got out of the I'm not on the latest build. I've heard that that's supposed to be fixed in the latest build. So you see all this? What happens is there's a hiccup of latency on the order, and it doesn't report back in time. So then sync puts you in a position, which you shouldn't. So it says cover, then buy, then sell. So if you're experiencing that behavior, don't freak out. It's a latency thing. Have I ever traded gold? All the time. We had gold trade today in the room. MGC. Nice move, huh? Gold's been in a bear continuation pattern. Means the price action is taking place below the 233. We popped our head up here, got outside day, and then came back inside range. So you're getting close to a short, but I wouldn't be messing with gold this late in the day. But gold's traded all the time. All right, I think I have some PropShop accounts still connected, so I'm going to switch over to those and see how this goes. Switch over. I've had issues with this in the past. Let me just go over to orders here and make sure I cancel all orders.
Order canceled.
I'm going to disconnect from Tickblaze. From the futures desk. I'm going to first connect to the broker here at PropShop.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, when you do this, it's going to reload Tickblaze.
Order pending.
So good point to point out, and thanks for joining the stream. Everything I do here on YouTube and almost all my trade room is for educational purposes only. It's to teach people how to use these prop programs because I'm promoting them, and I think they're a very good way for people to learn how to generate risk-adjusted returns. In terms of what I do, I don't do much of this at all. Occasionally, I'll throw around, if I have a really juicy spot, I'll put on some size in the ES. If I really want to lose money, I'll do a trade in the RTY. But where I spend most of my time is trading options on treasuries. But you can't do options on treasuries in prop programs. You can't do options on futures at all in prop programs. Not yet. Not yet. If the world changes and we can find a couple hundred of you out there that aren't total bozos and really want to become a professional trader, might end up giving you enough capital to trade treasuries in live markets. Yes, you can trade treasuries at some firms, but I would really recommend that that you don't do that while you're learning, because the contracts are just too big. 616 is still the current build. You can always find out what the current build is by just logging in over there. Man, this is taking a while to well, that's not good. Ruh-roh. All right, broker's not connected. Data is connected. Let me send it into a total heart attack mode here. I'll try to switch over here. That ought to freak it out.
Order pending.
Oh, Windrider, when you blow an account. We don't blow accounts, though. But yes, there's definitely an issue where it doesn't report back from all those things are being addressed. You can't have a Rhythmic supported platform and not really support all the prop firms that have Rhythmic connections. But originally, the whole idea was to launch and make it a closed system with just the PropShop, but that changed. So there's a lot of backfilling that needs to go on. What I don't like is what's going on right now with the downloading data and all this stuff when you connect to a different connection. So I always do this on different desktops because I was already connected to PropShop this morning and everything was fine. And you should be able to launch and that data is already cached. But for some reason, it clears the cache from the other connection and then just takes a frick long period of time. Like, I don't know if this is going to load. So... but I need it to do something before I close it because I don't want it to connect back to connect back to the futures desk. So this makes for a very exciting stream right now. So what we'll do is we'll switch. All we got to do is switch over here, and then you're set. Ninja Trader. Same kind of position I had on. notional value of treasuries is pretty extensive. All right, I got a live trade here that I want to protect the profits in.
Order submitted.
Buy stop. Let's go, baby. All right, so Tickblaze choked, so I'm going to restart it. See how that goes. There can only be one instance. Well, there isn't another instance. Why does it think there's two instances? What? All right. Let me see here. I gotta get a task manager going. Do we see Tickblaze anywhere here? Maybe it wasn't totally shut down. Well, this is real trading. Platform issues, stuff like that. Terminate the other instance. I did terminate the other instance. I don't see Tickblaze running anywhere. All right, nice move there. Ooh, I liked it. Should have taken it the -1s, 918. $9.18. Did you know how to get away from the double instances thing? What was the fix for that? What was the fix for that? Man, look at this Bitcoin up to 11,900s. All right, we're stopped out there. Let's keep trading it over here. Kind of highs a day. I'll take one here too.
Order submitted.
Oh, you had to completely reboot? Well, maybe we'll end the stream early, and that's what I'll do. If we're going to be on... I told people I was going to be trading on Tickblaze, not on Ninja. By the way, I have these Top Step accounts that are $400 away or so from getting funded. Do you think we should fund all of them this time? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. All right. I'm going to sell the S&P up here at the +2s.
Order submitted.
Can't get any runners. We need a runner. We need a runner. What are my thoughts on good? Do you mean gold? I think eventually the mix of here's what I got on mine. MES, MYM, MNQ, M2K, MBT. MBT is a great trader. MGC, MCL, and the ZN. So I would venture to have a few stock indices in your staple, a little bit of gold and crude if you like, and eventually make sure you learn the treasuries. They're not part of, again, the prop stuff. And I really like MBT. Videos on going over my Ninja chart setup. I don't really have, well, there's a decent amount of videos on my website here. I'm trying to get the help library back on the front page. But if you go to resources or support and then the help library and you type in Ninja, you're going to see I do have a lot of videos on Ninja. In terms of setting up what you're seeing here, I go one better. All you got to do is take my trial. Take my trial, baby. And we have a cheat sheet for Ninja, and you can download the whole workspace. Just like on Tickblaze, you can download the workspace as well. All right, we got a few more minutes. Got three more minutes before our market on close. Correct. MBT is only tradable on certain prop firms, so you cannot trade it at PropShop. You can't trade it at Take Profit, I'm pretty sure. You can trade it at Apex for sure. You can trade it at Apex. There's a number of other firms where you can trade it. Let's look actually. Let's look at it for a second because it works with the same strategy. I mean, look at this touch. You really can't make this stuff up, folks. Look at the touch. Or if that's not your thing, look at all the buying you can be doing in the bid zone down here, right? All this buying in the bid zone. Or waiting for that. So, he's very nice. He's nice. Nice touch. Sometimes when we VWAP touch. Guys, got any recommendations for Portugal? Portugal recommendations. I got my girl on it. She's got to be. So we're going to Lisbon, Porto, Cumbria, Faro, and one other place. Then to Marrakesh. All right. There's 1250. Suck it. No, go down, go up. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're going to the Douro Valley. What happens if you breach the 30% loss on, I don't know, Tony. I don't do that. I hate to tell you, there's just a lot of things that I don't do, so I can't tell you what happens. What I do is trade micros in $250,000 accounts. So I don't know. If you ever draw your account down more than 30% from its starting account balance, what in the F are you doing? That'd be like losing $3,000 in a $10,000 account of your own money. You ain't going to be a day trader for very long. Everyone who wants to badmouth these firms for whatever reason, all right, take 25 or 30 of your own money and give it to SMB Capital or T3 or whatever. They'll give you as much leverage as you want, except every dollar you lose, first list loss is your own. Or if you're on a real desk, a quote-unquote real desk, try losing 30% of your account value in a day. How long are you going to last on that desk? So I'm not trying to gaslight you. I just don't know. Power failure is no excuse. Just log in on your phone and close your positions. These power. So that's another thing. If you're serious about this business, you should have fail safes for all that. You should have a UPS for your laptop, or you should have a laptop. I mean, if you're trading on a laptop all day and it's not plugged in, I never got the power failure excuse. Every firm gives you an opportunity to. Plus, if you have a micro position on, here's the other thing. There's no micro position I could have on that would cause more than a 30% loss in my account. How am I going to lose 30% of my account value with 2 MES? So have a UPS, a backup system, a laptop, a cell phone, something. I have an issue right now where I'm literally locked out of PropShop because I can't run Tickblaze. Not too worried about it. I don't even really know what my positions are. I might have had some working orders over there, or I might not have. So when I end the stream, I'll just reboot my computer because the fabulous people here. Well, the bottom line is I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. But suck it. Come on, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I'm back, baby. All right. I'm going to take these off in these accounts.
Order submitted.
I always take profit in the PAs.
Order filled.
You take profit in the PAs first. You too can make $80. God darn it.
Filled.
Then it starts to do that. Don't do that to me. Now I'm going to sell it again.
Order filled. Order filled.
Nice move down in Bitcoin. Nice move down in Bitcoin. Oh, they're going to run. We got a runner. March to all-time highs. Yeah, you can flatten on the website. You can have your mobile phone. Well, what you're describing there of a $2,000 move on a single micro MNQ, that's just not possible. So it was incorrect calculation or something. I'm not saying that there's not issues that happen occasionally with Rhythmic or the connections or TradeEvade or whatever, but you're not going to have $2,000 swings on any tariff tweet or anything. $2,000 on an MNQ is 1,000 points. Anyhow, we'll hang on a little bit longer, see if we get a fill. Maybe we get up to all the way to just make up a number. New high, 50s. Come on up to 50s, huh? Nazi.
Order
canceled. I'll do 2,000, 22,000s.
Order canceled.
22,000s. Man, the longs off these pullbacks, pretty nice. No songs today. No songs. Just get in, trade right till 4 o'clock, do my duty, and get out of here. Well, for some people, blowing up accounts is a rite of passage. You got to experience it. Got to experience it at some point. That's right. I'm prepping. I'm a prepper. Prepping for a vacation. All right, Dow Jones. All right. I'm going to short this live. I'm all right going home. Here we go. Come on up.
Filled.
There we go. Here we go. Higher. I'm going to get higher. I'm going to hit these right
Order
here because these are evals.
Order filled.
And they got big risk budgets.
Order
And we're up
filled.
money, so why not?
Order submitted.
See if we can come back in. Come on.
Order filled.
Total randomness. Yeah, do you dare ever short the NASDAQ when it's just screaming? It wants 20,000. Ready? They're gonna fry all the shorts, roar it up to 20,000. One more minute. All these Ludnick headlines. It's all fine now. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Order submitted.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood. All right, there's the bell. 1 second. That's it. You gonna sell it off? All right. There's a Trader Joe's bottle of wine. I don't drink anymore, but we'll take it. All right, we'll take this here. Take this here.
Order filled.
On the close.
Order filled.
And the close.
Order filled.
There we go. Let me see this. I think we got a nice touch here. All right, I'm going to short the move back up to +2s. And that'll be it. All right, thank you, everybody, for joining. We'll see you tomorrow for the same time. I got to get my PropShop situation remedied. Stay green, trade like you mean it. We will see you tomorrow. Be good. Bye.